Hey folks, Scott Grove here, Dr. Groovy, GroovyMusicLessons.com with my cool Aria Pro with the 3P90s in it. Here today to do something that Dr. Chill, Will Gelvin, asked us to do, and it finally came across to the person that I wanted to make the first video about. Will Gelvin, he asked us to simply support some of the lesser known players or people that just aren't getting the recognition they need here on YouTube or just in life in general because of lack of subscribers or lack of people just even going to watch them. They don't know they're there, whatever, and just point these people out. And mine became abundantly clear who I was going to do first yesterday, because it was I was already subscribed to his channel, and his name is Peter Dunbar. If you put his name in, Peter Dunbar, link is below. Yesterday was his first lesson with me via Skype, and again I'd listened to his stuff before, but then I went ahead and checked out a lot of it after the lesson because he had told me some things. He's like, oh yeah, I'm on there and I'm, up there on Kiss Cruise and I'm singing with Kiss and, Gene's, being real nice to me instead of, Paul was more standoffish than I thought he would be, but Gene was having a good day and I watched it and they're on the Kiss, he's on the Kiss Cruise, he's up there singing. You got Eric Sinderbecker on drums doing some harmonies, but Peter, he's up on stage just singing the whole tunes. He's a big dude. Looks like John Popper, from Blues Traveler back when. And God, he's one of them teddy bear types. And the thing about Peter, he was just no fear. Okay, and it changes. And this is what I want you guys to see and maybe help him out with, because I don't think he sees this yet. And again, it's just been the one lesson, and I've seen him around, and I've never extended anything towards him help-wise, and now that he was there asking for, he doesn't need me for lessons. He really doesn't. He just needs me for moral support, I think, more than anything. He just doesn't know that yet. So anyway, Peter Dunbar, and he's out there playing with other famous bands. Just got a picture up while he's playing the guitar and all that stuff. And that's where he started to shine, because when you start looking at his videos, he's the guy who does it just as good as anybody, if not better. Sits there and sits there and sits there with his tabs, with a great recording system, his TC Helicon units and nice guitar processing, and has one of the better sounding rigs out, and he just he'll do the guitar parts live for you and the vocals live for you while he's laying the tracks down and so forth, but and which is always dead on, but his playing always sounds like it's just like I told him. He's not gonna get butthurt about this. I don't think he ever could. That's why I'm doing this first video for him. It's just, God, he just don't see it yet. I'm not going to name names because people love to jump my butt whenever I name names, but without knowing it, he is as good or better than some very famous people who are not dead yet, who were very influential in the 60s and 70s and continue to be. So they're still alive and still, everybody thinks these people are still some of the best players around. And the guy just don't know it yet. He is so stuck in this tab world and with these headphones. And that's what screws him up. He can play everything note for note for note for note for note. That's my computer letting me know something's available. He could play any song note for note, with tabs. But when he's off playing with these other bands, and I don't know where he's getting the chance to do so. Maybe it's just him because he's stupidly likable. You know, I just had a ball chatting with him, and then went and listened to his stuff, and then it doesn't take long when you know all the ins and outs, and this guy has what it takes to make it if he wants to, but he needs to get rid of me. He don't need me. So I'm not going to try to dump him as a student. I'm just, he might see this, he might not. But if any of you guys come there, he might say, one of you guys might say, well, Scott sent me over or whatever, and then he might see this. But anyway, he's got live audio of him on stage with some other bands. I still got to dig deeper. I mean, the videos go forever and ever, so, and I'll keep checking too. But when he's not reading and recording, everything he wants to learn from me that he has said, and I told him too, it's like, you're following the dots, you're sterile sounding. All your notes are correct, but it sounds like you're reading tab. You have no emotion in your playing, and that's all that's missing. So I'm trying to teach him emotion, but when I listen to him play live, it's all there. He's not missing anything. Not a flippin' thing. It's right there, the licks that he wanted to play, the licks that I was showing him during lessons, the way I was trying to coax emotion out of him and trying to explain emotion. That's a bitch. But he's already got it, and he just don't realize it. I would say if anybody would ever do this, and that's what the whole thing is about, like Dr. Chill, Will Gelvin asked us to do, is just go over there and check him out. I mean, he's up there singing with Kiss. It could be any band, and he's going to be great because he's an awesome singer, an awesome guitar player, and not one single comment. None. Zero. And a lot of his videos are that way. Just nothing. And he tries so hard that it hurts him, I think. Because he wants everything to be perfect. It would be better if he would leave the tabs alone. The backing tracks are fine, but I don't think they are fine to try to get everything exactly right and to record them 30 times until you get every note exactly right. I think that's where it really messes a player up. Unless you're joining that band, don't spend that kind of time. Get goofy backing tracks from whoever, or even, I don't care, he just did Money by Pink Floyd, was the newest one I have seen. And again, every note is dead on, but there is no Gilmore soul going on. The notes are perfect. The singing is flippin' phenomenal. The processing is dead on. I mean, it is as good as anybody could do it. But there's no emotion. Then you go pair and play live on these things, and it's like, okay, there he is. So whatever you can do to put forth that same message in his head, he needs to just get on stages or play with tracks and play his heart out instead of his numbers out. Because he's already got this. He just don't know it. And he's, I think, unfairly giving me money for something he already has. If he had been with me for a while, I would have turned him loose a long time ago because he's already got it. He just don't have the confidence, I don't think, of others to let him know he's doing great. And then he's already as good as people who are signed, were signed, who are legends, and all this stuff. But you got to take away his computer, you got to take away his backing tracks, you got to take away his tabs, and he's ready to roll. So that's my guy. That's number one. I think if I got to pull one out, which I told Will that I would, and thanks to my lovely friend over at DKG Customs, making my DMF guitar too, by the way. That's awesome of you. Duncan. Let you guys know that I'm not forgetting about you. And Dana. Good old Ed Dana. And everybody else. I'm here. I'm trying to help everybody else out, but that's the one who has stood out in front of me and just slapped me like everything. And again, I don't want to steal his money. If he wants to cancel lessons between now and next week, that's fine with me. But I think you guys should go check out Peter Dunbar, and only the people who get this, who know how to give proper support instead of, dude, I'm just here because Scott said you needed a pep talk. No. I mean, people who are in the game and not in their rooms doing the same thing he's doing, which is self-destructing, I think. That's just me. But it's not as easy to be playing every night as it was in the 60s, 70s, 80s. And after that, everything has become difficult, and then you're stuck with YouTube. It sucks for everybody these days. I feel bad for guitar players, musicians, all musicians. I feel bad for you because you'll never have the same experience that people my age got to have just because you wanted to do it. Meant you could. It's like, hey, I'm going to get out and play every night, and I'm going to make money at it. And you could, because every place was hiring live bands and wanted it, and there wasn't enough of us. And if you said, hey, I want to be famous, you could. If you were talented, you could get signed. It was just not a difficult thing. Now it's an impossible thing almost. But, Peter, if you do see this, you've already got it, dude. You just have to be made aware. And those are my tips, are to toss away all that crap that you love so much. I mean, it's great for you to record yourself, and I would say not to even hit the record button. Honestly, just put some tracks in and do your singing and do whatever, but play freelance. Quit with the tabs. Unless there's just absolutely something you need to learn and you don't want to take forever to learn it, but don't do it just the way they did. Learn it maybe and then crumble up the paper and then kind of go around it, but get the major gist of the solo in and then just play along with it when there's no lead guitar there. But interject all your own things that you have learned from all these people, from all these numbers, and then you have no choice but to put yourself in it. Okay, so I think that's my deal. Quit recording until you have kicked the habit of listening to other people and the fact that you're actually learning the tabs and doing 20 tracks like you're talking, takes until every note is right. And if one note is right, Peter has to start from the beginning and start all over again. I mean, if one note is wrong. And it's a thing. It's an OCD thing. And he's got that. And I've got that. Everybody's got it in some way or another. So again, check out Peter Dunbar. And please don't anybody that sucks go encourage him just because this is on here and you think you should because I asked for somebody to reach out. Peter knows his way around and gets on some stages. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to get on stage with Kiss and other signed artists and blah, blah, blah. And I mean, he's not afraid of such things, but he has that crutch. And you'll see it when you look for the videos that are available to watch. The little avatar looks exactly the same. He's in the same chair, in front of the same computer, and in front doing the same recording thing in every single one. It's like, get out of the chair, or stay in the chair, but do something for you, and then the rest of it is going to be whether you can make this happen for you if this is what you want. If you want fame or stardom or just to play with a decent band, you can just go do that because you're already ready. You just don't know it. And that's all I can tell you, dude. It's like, and again, I think you're pretty much, unless you just need paid therapy, you really don't need me to tell you what to do. This is it. Yeah, come on in on your regular time and don't pay me any money. I'll be happy to just talk to you because you're awesome. And anybody else who gets that, go give Peter a shout. Go check out what he's doing. And If you have any ideas for him, throw them at him. But otherwise, just go check him out. He's just one of those people, again, like Will said, who just deserves people to check him out and leave him a message. You know, again, for everything he's doing and nobody to leave a message, that's just beyond Twilight Zone to me. It just is. And it's just like, and that's what this is all about, is people need to check people out that deserve it. And Peter's deserving of it. So I'll shut up and go away. You guys go check him out and leave a message. Leave 2 messages. Leave, anytime you check out anything that he does, check it out. Lay everything out, put it all open. And if you find something, open it in a different window or whatever, and so everything's still laid out and you don't have to keep opening things anymore. I'm sure some of you know how to do that. And check out what's interesting. But, dude, you've already got it. If you want to go get it, go get it. Quit sitting where you're at. You already know how to get on these stages. Get on a roster, get on a bill, get in a band, get going if that's what you want to do. But if you're worried about getting better, just do it, because you've already got it. You just need a little confidence in yourself. And again, drop the numbers and all that crap and start playing your own thing. Or, because I've heard you playing with other people and there's no numbers, there's no computer, there's no nothing. It's already there. All your feelings are already there. Every note we went over is already there. Everything you asked for, you're already playing it. I'm like, that's everything I already taught him. And he already knows it. And now, because I caught your ass. That's what I did. I caught you being you and playing what has actually absorbed into your brain and into here. And it's the exact same stuff that you were saying you want. And you've already got it. So you're busted. You're good. You're busted. Go get famous if you want to. If not, if sitting in your bedroom and having to record all this stuff makes you happy, I guess that's what you'll do. But it's just me, one person in the entire world. I'm nobody according to most people, but for whatever it's worth from me to you, Pete, it's futile to come. It's futile. You don't need to come here. Come and say hey and all that, but if you don't want to do the lesson thing, I totally get it. If you still want me to help you, I'm here for you. But you don't need me, dude. There you go. Everybody just go check out Pete, all right? Later. I'll see if I can figure out this fancy new thing, how to shut it down. It's so huge. It's immense. It's great. Yeah, you can actually see crap. You see how big I am with my Chapman shirt. This is actually about something else altogether. Where is it? I bought it because it says Chapman. Skateboards. But hey, it's a cool shirt. I look groovy in red. The lady in red. Oh, I'm out of here. Where's that button? There it is. Later.